Hi. I am. I've never really gone, but still.
No, all the boys have been here to see me. They've been wonderful, very well behaved.
Behaved?
Yeah.
Up to a point.
Up to a point, you know. It's very sad. Yeah, Don Ross is the producer of this new album. And it sounds great. How was it to work with him?
It was good. He's pretty low-key, very like LA, laid back though. He comes from Detroit. He's a musician more than an engineer, so he sees things from a musician's point of view. He's pretty good at picking the songs. Pretty good. I have a few arguments about which ones. You know, when you have a lot of songs, it's hard to decide which ones you're going to do.
How many did you have?
Well, we were working on about 35, something like that, and cut them down. Didn't finish them all because I don't do that anymore because it's such a waste of energy when people say, well, I don't really like that one, we won't do it, and you spent all this time in it, so you invest so much in it that you get very disappointed. So I only really finish the ones I know we're going to do.
Well, listening to the album, as usual, the lyrics are quite controversial. Like, brand new car, what's the song about?
Brand new car,
what's that all about? I'm sure it's not about a brand new car.
It's a sort of double entendre blues, you know, it's this very old-fashioned format, which was done, I think, in the 20s for the first time, I should think. And so this is just a sort of vamped-up version of that. It's just the woman in the car song, the sexy car, the sexy woman, you know.
And also, I Go Wild is quite crazy in the
lyrics. I Go Wild is a bit more strange than Brand New Car. It's a bit of a fun song.
Yeah, I Go Wild.
I Go Wild is more strange.
You go all the way there.
Yeah, it's about, you know, it's really kind of about trying to get away from someone and you can't get away from them because you become too obsessed and you get sicker and sicker and sicker. And the last verse is kind of funny, but I can't. You'll hear it, hopefully. No one here.
Do you still enjoy writing about women and sex? And
yeah, I enjoy. I mean, I don't like only to write about that because I think it's a bit limiting. So, put cars in sometimes. But no, I've put one song on the album which is pretty political. So.
The song we're going into now is actually about the Gulf War. So.
Yeah. So we do sometimes. These don't tend to be the very successful records, though. But the one about the Gulf War, yeah, it came out very much at the time of the Gulf War, which was good to do, just to write something about what was going on, because these days record companies are such long times, as you know, and to make a record and to get it out. So we got this one out pretty quick, and it's sort of it's more really about arms dealing than specifically about the war itself. It's about, and what all at the time there was a few people in the British Parliament that said, well, this is completely untrue and this song's just erroneous. And not only that, it doesn't rhyme properly, they said.
That's a complaint.
Yeah, it was, but in all the things that came out later proved this song to be my sources were pretty correct, and I obviously didn't make this up. And it was all about how we were selling arms to Iraq, you know, almost right up until the war broke out. And that's really what the song's about. Because money screams.
Yeah, it does. Here's Highwire. Check it out. You're back with me. I know that there's a very romantic side to you. I've heard.
Yes.
And we have a song on Voodoo Lounge called Sweethearts Together, which, when I heard it, I thought immediately, oh, this one must be about Keith and you.
Why would you think that? It's not Erasure, is it?
No.
This is a strictly heterosexual band, Rebecca.
Yeah. So it's not about you and Keith?
No, I think it's I mean, Keith came up with this title, Sweethearts Together, which is really quite dippy, really.
It's quite sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet but dippy. And I'm going, God, what am I going to do with this? Sweethearts Together. And so I wrote these verses which give it a slightly different little twist to it, that the whole world's cynical, so it gives another voice saying, you know, love can't last and all that, and then I come back and sing Sweethearts Together, so it gives it a slight edge to it, so it doesn't sort of dissolve at the bottom of your cup of coffee like in a heap.
Where did you get Voodoo Lounge from? I must ask you that.
Well, Keith had this sign up saying Voodoo Lounge in Barbados, and when we're thinking of an album title, I just kind of had us sitting there and everyone's going, Mick, you've got to think of the album title. And I'm going, well, you think of the album title. So eventually I just threw out this Voodoo Lounge and it seemed to be, it seemed to stick. So
What's your favourite album title over the years?
I like Goat's Head Soup, I think that's excellent. Exile on Main Street's a really good play on words, I was going to say, kind of thing, because we left England at that point, so started living in France and Los Angeles instead. So I quite like that title. That was been some good ones.
Yeah, there has been many.
Can't
22
think
of them.
hardly any from the others. They're the only two that come to mind.
So Angie is from Goat's Head Soup. Goat's Head Soup.
Very good. Did you get it right?
Yes, I did. Yes. 5 for me. 1973 was the year, right?
Well, you tell me. Yeah, you've done more research. It sounds right.
Yeah. And the song Angie, who is this about? Who is Angie?
It's this wonderful film actress who's now no longer with us. And I had a deep but long and lasting relationship with her and immortalised this relationship into song Angie.
On that romantic note, I'd like to say thank you, Mick.
Thank you very much, Rebecca.
And here's